Okay, so yellow everybody and welcome back to my channel, Crazy Man Gaming. Not Crazy Man. Scratch that. Welcome back to Insanity Productions. It is me, your host Damien, and welcome to a tutorial of mine. I am this is actually the same project file as my horror game, as you can ignore everything else here. Basically, what you're gonna do is create yourself a new project. Doesn't matter what it is. This project is it's an FPS 80 project. But this project is going to teach you how to make a button. That's what happened. Switch. A switch that basically interacts with something. I'm using this in my thing because I just didn't want to make a new project file. But for now, it's creating at being a new scene, empty scene. Okay, that's what I'm going here. So first, let's just get this set up. Create 3D object, plane. Center it in the world. Plane. Hey, it should be more than enough. Okay. So basically now we need
my design is played out in a Lego shape right there.
Real quick, I'm going to create some different colors to differentiate between some stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got some materials set up for different colors. Basically, I'm using these to just have some things set up. So for now, also I'm going to pull up a character controller just to. No, not sample scenes. Standard assets, characters, and character prefabs, FPS controller.
Wait, for what makes?
Let's actually zero this out. Why not? And plus 1.8. Actually, really not 1.8.
This one, this one, this one, and this one.
Alright, so it's one above. Okay. Also,
fucking asshole.
I'm using different prefabs already. No, prefab.
I already lost one of the fucking pieces to it.
Unpack completely, basically make it separate. So I'm going to be removing audio sources. Disable audio source. Because why not? Because I don't want the I don't want any noises. Because who the fuck wants noises? Okay, so you guys can't see shit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to disable my camera. So this is my entire screen. So right here I have a plane and my control, my first person controller. Actually, maybe the other supposed to play. Fuck you. Well, it's gonna be disabled. So, okay, so I don't actually know why I need is player, but actually I know why, because it's accessing this thing to fuck mess with the crouch, because I actually unmodify it. That's why. Okay, so let's create a cube.
Slide forward facing the customer.
Fine, because I always want to spawn in the. So one, place it in front, raise it up.
It goes from levels A to K.
Let's make a wall. Slide it underneath. It's a wall. Okay. Just make it a little bit bigger. It's just a wall. It's an everyday wall. So we go back to the tutorial video. Materials. Splattered a blue material on this. And we want a third one. Okay. So you just need ground. F2. Let's be wall. Then you want that thick one. Create 3D object. Kube.
Yeah, there's guns.
So when you buy it, this is going to be the button. This is assuming the object that we interact with.
Don't forget the
Because
giant bomb bait.
why else would I want? Okay, so now I'm wondering, what is he doing? I am making a tutorial on how this will be a decent sized button. Okay, we don't want it to be too small. We don't want it to be too small. So button.
Yeah, don't forever forget
Sounds
the
a green
giant
picture.
bomb
Okay,
bait
so
doors on the bottom.
the button and everything. Okay, so okay, so now that's over. We need script. Let's create another folder called scripts because this is script. This is fun. I'll show it for all. Create folder. Call it scripts. And it's gonna call button, not button switch. These are switch. Just always go switch. Alright, first of all, one. Now for this example, to have something happen and not have anything too much interesting because this is basic stuff. Okay, I don't even have a lot. Real quick, create light, just a area light.
Oh, you dumb is dumb as shit.
Area. So you want like
Maybe I say this
rain.
because yesterday, earlier, I made the joke of the fun guy. You learn what a fun guy is in second year. If you learn what a fun guy is just by hey, fucking weird thing broken. Yeah. Fun guy. What's a fun guy? Oh, it's the mushroom. Also known as the fun dude. That's the most fun guy. Yeah, I learned that like. It's kind of.
Okay, so we actually need another material called cereal, and it's gonna be called. Let's make it pink. Because why not? Pink's a good color. Okay, pink's a good color. Pink. Okay, pink. One button. I don't know how to actually do this one thing, but you know, because we don't actually. We just. I want to get the actual interaction part of it. In just a minute, but an object. So create empty. And we're gonna call it switch. This is going. This is an empty. This is a button. Oh shoot. Okay, so let's render. Right on that render. Actually know what I want to do. Okay. So I don't know what the heck's going on here. Let me 1 second. Whenever I figure out how I want to interact. Okay. Now we are in Visual Studio, what I use for coding now. Basically, remove the void start and void update scripts because we don't need those. Real quick, really, come on.
Skeleton crew?
Okay, so first of all, we need some variables, and one I'm actually going to be going back and forth between other scripts because I'm
One chef,
different, different scripts to
every room.
actually open that up. We want a pin switch. So literally, it's gonna be different things just to get references because first of all, we need to reference our interactive objects. So it's gonna be public game object wall, and then we want another public game object wall 2. I decided to do different walls. You guys can do ever wall 2. You guys can set it up however you want, but it is up to it. Just this is for my tutorial. It is going to be two different walls. Like literally just wrong thing. Literally just undo that.
12, 16.
Undo that. It's literally just a pink wall over. It's a duplicate of it. So because why not? But next up, we need to have access to something else. What? Oh, shoot, we need some UI elements. Actually, I don't want any. You know what? No UI elements. But push on different things. Actually, extra problems. Just okay. So literally, that's all we need. We need wall 1 and wall 2. So we're gonna need that. We're gonna need something else. Playtesting. We're going to need a specific script that I'm going to shove on the character real quick. It's called player casting. Literally, it's just this. It's literally simple stuff like that. It's just a simple script that I'm going to put on the PS controller called add player casting. All it is literally just it's a raycasting thing. I show you if you guys look in the bottom right corner right over here where my mouse is. I need to make sure my mouse is showing. Real quick. Oh yeah, just try. I forgot to do that stuff. Okay, so basically we're in the game. Shoot, I need to click on this. Basically, see right down here. It is updating. All this is just showing me the distance basically from it. And what we're going to do is we're going to be using. We do need to call the player. We don't need to call the player. We need to call the script. We don't actually. Well, you need to call the script that's on the player. But for now, yeah, that's it. So basically, this script it's just player casting, which we need. Which I'm going to go over real quick. One, it's basic script. We need a couple things. We need a couple public static float and public float, which is for distance from target and to target. They have the exact same thing. One, I got this from a tutorial myself, but all it is, these are the exact same thing. They're just the public static float does not show up. They might be both public, but the distance from target does not show up inside of the Unity editor. It's that this is so we can call it another thing. So if we go to switch and we actually we are making a void update, rewriting the void update. I don't like the private part, so I'm gonna remove it. It's for some reason it wants to. So void update. We want to call something. I forget it. See this line? Okay. So we need to get the distance. We need to carry our float. Okay. So we need another public float. The distance. This is just we don't. It does not need to be public. The distance. It does not need to be public. It's just it's public. It's public for me to make it. The distance is equal to player casting dot distance from target. Literally, that's it, right? Not that one. Yes. Okay. So literally, all it is something. Oh, it's just for debugging purposes, just to check it. Also, just because. So, now we need right? We need a thingy. We need on show. And I like this because it was void on mouse on mouse over like that, except without the part of it, because I'm gonna be lazy and not type it out. Okay, so on mouse over, we want to do a couple things. One, we want to do it. Well, first off, we want to make an if. Shoot, but I don't think doing any button. If something, there's a thingy. Okay, so yeah, okay, so instance. So if the distance is less than or equal to a specific number. In this case, let's do 2. And we want to create open this up. I usually have different other variables with it, but for now it's just going to be you check over here. No, not here, but somewhere around here. I have an and. There's not an and. But, oh, right here. Basically, if, in this case, this is actually the action, which I'll get in more into it. Alright, so, 1. This is the way I hear it. Get object wall dot set active. Literally, this is all it is. It's false. Oh, we can also I do it another way, which I'll show you in just a minute. And then wall 2. Oh wait, no, not. We don't need that. We don't actually need it over. Well, we don't need to set it by just looking at it because that's gonna be weird. But no, actually, it's if input dot get key down. It's going to be actually. It's actually going to be key code dot. Let's actually make it E. By key code E. That is how you call it thing. So we actually make an and. And sorry, I am going all over the place with this. Yeah, recompiling script. I am going all over the place with this, but it is work. Shut the fuck up. Okay, and the distance, calling it, is less than or equal to 2. Okay, literally just like how I had it before, but you know, swan. This was going to have that wall. Dot set active equals false. Oh no, not like that. False. And wall 2 dot set active true. And okay, that's literally so. What's going to happen here is if we go into Unity, not that Unity. We shouldn't have any issues. Though we should go to the script, not play crafting. We should go to the button. Because the script has to. Wait, the script is on button. Right, so 1, we need to add a switch script. 2, our button. Also, we have 2 different things. We need wall and wall 1. Wall 2. So we have wall and wall 2. Literally, that's all we need. We need the 2 different objects. Basically, you want to create your thing. That's all you want to do. You know what you want to do with your script. Actually, let's start. Basically, literally looking at it. Like you have to really work at it. You have the mouse in the actual game. You have to look at it, and it switches to green. It doesn't do anything else right now because that's how I haven't set the part up. But basically, literally, you can have the different field what you want it to do. But basically, it's just basically turns light on and off. I'll show you how to do that. Basically, that's really what this is. It's turning one object on, one object off. That's how it works. Okay, so 1, I do actually have this. The wall actually turned off, as you can see in the Unity editor. So just to now, but we can't change it back. So basically, it's going to be void on mouse exit. Still, I don't like privates because I don't like using the private on the voids because it's either public void or no, it's just void. Because it's just my way. Like, you guys can do it your own way, but it's just my way. Basically, it's going to be mouse exit. Actually, no. This is for okay. So there's a couple specific things. I'm trying to do that aren't actually gonna work. Basically, elf.
It's not warp, but it has the hyperdrive. Getting near the speed of light.
If that's gonna be a little weird because compared to like what I've been doing, because what I'm doing is like interacting with objects using a HUD and all that, which is doing that's why the on mouse over. On mouse over is actually colliding, is actually using things to collide with. So, but for now, it's because it's on mouse over the object that it's attached to, so it just it allows for things. But if input dot get key down key code dot not key down not get key up key get key up key code get key code dot e. All this is doing is saying just stop whatever you're doing. We don't need the and the distance because it's disabling something, so it doesn't basically the whole distance thing is actually going to interfere with what we're trying to achieve. Basically, as we have wall dot set active true. Oh wait, no, actually. So this is actually a button. This is going to be a button, not a switch yet. We're gonna make it a switch in just a minute. Wall dot set active. But Damien, it's not working. Wall that what? No, wait, no. Wall two dot set active false. Alright, so literally all it is. This is like the truth. For now, like literally, it's just a button. It's going to be a button. So actually, it's a button, not a switch. It's a temporary thing. Basically, you look at it. If you close enough to it, like oh wait, look, we're out. You actually have to click on it. Make sure that's so pink blue. I'm holding down the E button, letting go, pressing, letting go. So, but it's just a switch. So actually, what we need is, and I was actually thinking about how to do this earlier. But we need public. Boolean, which is true or false. Basically, public Boolean, and I call it switch. Switch me, baby. Switch me, baby. Ignore my naming schemes, because why not? We're going to ignore this. See all this? See all this extra shit I have? No, that's unnecessary. So we're gonna remove all this. Why? So actually, it's gonna be a default equals true, and if it actually is going to equal false. False. Yeah. Right, so actually, I was now thinking about other things. Equals false, right? Oh wait, shoot.
Deimos is twice the size of Prometheus. 3 times the size of Prometheus.
No, we want it on the boolean, not that. Equals false. Why did I put it on there? Beyond me. So basically, if and the distance is less than 2, equal to 2. Actually, think of 3 because the distance is. But basically, you can make it with the physical details and all the information here. Gives some info. What you need. What you need is to have the player casting script right here. Which will be provided. I actually will be uploading this to thing, and you guys can all copy at least all it is player casting script. You need a post site float. You need void update. Anyway, you need raycast hit. If physics stop raycast transform and all this stuff, all this out hit. To target equals hit distance, and distance from target equals to target. All it is basically saying to target equals hit dot distance. This is hit, and the distance is. This is calculating the distance. This is actually basically making this number into this number. Make sense? Probably not. But for now, okay. So all you need is the float, the distance field, and to be able to equal it, and the void update. The distance equals playgasting, not distance from. You probably could put all of this in one. Actually, you can't put it in all of it because you need the script. Basically, you don't need it. but this is just a call onto this script. It's updating every frame. What update is actually updating every frame. All right. So what we need is another if. We need actually another if statement. If switch me baby equals double equals actually because the equals not. This is actually setting it. This is asking it equals false. We want to do some things. One, wall dot set active equals no. Wait, no. I always want to do that. Damn me. Equals false. Equals no. Not false, but true. And wall 2 dot set active equals false. You could actually add more items into it, but actually you would have to create a continuous section, which I could get into more. But for now, this is a 2-item basically switch. It's a switch. It basically turns one thing. It's an on. It's literally on-off switch. That's all it is. And we want another if switch me baby equals true. No, we don't want that. We want that. Wall dot set active false. Wall 2 dot set active true. Literally switch now. So basically, we need to set it. Basically set it to.
Unless the death and the birth happens so close.
Real quick. You might real quick. Okay, so I'm wondering what's going on. So I need to do some things. One, we need to create an IEnumerator because for some reason IEnumerator, I'm gonna call it switch work for me. Switch work. Okay, so one, we want to start with something. Okay, so switch work 1. Because why not? 1 is going to set. Okay, so it's going to take a wall. So we have to do this because we have to create a little delay. Wall dot set active true. Wall 2 dot set active false. Yield return new wait 4 seconds. Point 1 F and then switch me baby equals true. And then I enumerator switch work 2. Basically the opposite, so it's going to be wall dot set active false, and then wall 2 dot set active true, then another yield that return new wait 4 seconds 0.1 F switch me baby equals false. Well, now the reason behind the whole rate for 0.1 of a second is because, well, wait, so one is going to be we're going to recreate the if statement simply if input dot get key down. And why are we doing key and not button? Because key activates a specific actual key on the keyboard, and button actually goes for a specific actual setup. Yeah, I'm just going for key because just to show exactly what I'm doing. Keycode dot e and a couple things. One, and the distance equal to or less than or equal to our goal 3. Oh, and switch me baby
We have you surrounded.
is equal to false. False.
Come out with your hands up.
What are you doing?
Come out with your hands up.
Alright, so now I want to start a coroutine. Open circle circle bracket, and we want to go for switch work 1, open and close the curly bracket, bracket, and in the actual statement. Okay, so all this does, and then all we have to do is copy it. If input dot get key down key code dot e and the distance less than or equal to 3 and switch me baby equals true. Start coroutine, and you have to use actually start coroutine actually because it's an I enumerator because that has all the different things. Switch work 2, open close bracket, and that's 9. So all might work, should work. So well, let's test it because I'm sorry. Make sure you click in the end of the world. There we go. I got it fixed. Because what was happening previously is I was doing the...
Damon, you ever realize that we went from a black president?
Okay, yeah, so I fixed it. So the issue is I was doing this exact same thing without the delay, and the delay actually allows it to switch it before, because one is having it's just running this script. It was running this script over and over again. Whenever I pressed E, because it would switch it, and then it would do it, and then as soon as I would press it, it would switch to this one, and then go back to this one immediately. So, not the best one, but yeah, this is it. Now let's go one time. We want for this little test, all four you need float and you need bool, in your two different on-off things. Now, if you want you need an update to access the player casting, which is this. You need this exact same script. It's an easy script. Copy it right here now. Then you need voice on mouse over, which basically it takes which is basically what the mouse is pointing over, which is why I kept having to click back into the game.
There's a glass of pizza and tea.
Okay.
On your face.
And on mouse over, we need voice on mouse over. Basically, whenever the mouse points at the screen, whatever basically the center of your screen is pointing at, it will run a thing, you want two if statements. One basically the key code, basically wherever the get button down, which will run a specific thing, which you pop up right here. It's project settings, info manager. I'm using the basic info manager because basically in this case it'll be action. In this case, then it'll trigger E. Ignore anything else because it doesn't matter. We just need to red positive button and name. Name action. So we basically for place. If you keep it button down, action it'll do the exact same way. And you wanted to start a coroutine, whatever you name your coroutine, you need two coroutines. This to actually do the running for you. And right before you have, at the very end of it, you want to yield return new, wait for seconds, 0.1 f. You need to add the f in there, and you're turning it into a float. And you need to switch you need to switch your boolean to true or false at the end of each one. And all this is testing if it's true or false at the distance and the button. And that's the script. Now, something else that I was going to talk about was this. Instead of this going to one, require a lot more thinking, but watch it. Wall dot get component mesh render, right? Right. This is something that I thought about on the fly, but yeah, it's mesh renderer. Okay, so mesh renderer. You want to add that at the end of mesh renderer, but you want to add dot, and then enabled equals true, and this is for wall, and then wall 2 dot get component mesh renderer enabled equals false. And literally all this does is the same thing. Well, actually, all it does is make it so actually collides, so which is technically what you want. But no, get component mesh renderer wait, no, we want false. Wall 2 dot get component mesh renderer. And you always want the two brackets at the end because it's actually running if you want to run a statement yourself inside of it. But enabled equals true, and literally watching it do the exact same thing. If it doesn't do the exact same thing, then apparently I'm an idiot. Real quick, click on the screen and oh shoot, yeah. Sorry. One, you wanna. So the issue is that I had the second wall, the pink wall off, and the mesh renderer off. Basically, you want to have the mesh renderer off, and this is disabling the mesh renderer. All it is swapping the mesh renderer out. All both objects are actually still in frame, which is not as stable. All it is changing the mesh renderer, the mesh of it. Hey, game, hey. Literally, all it does. Now for like lightnings and stuff like that, all I would have to do is basically, you know what? We need to swap this out for public game object light. You can probably directly access to the light of the world, but why would I want to do that? Light dot set active True, and literally all this is all basically I would have to do is taking light of the you want to attach it to it. You would have to basically um, it would actually work. You would have to do a strip, but it would actually work separately. Basically, light dot set active false, and what it would do is one, and in a run. You want to go back the button and scroll on and light area light. And like just let it run, load. Hey, no, actually that's not noticeable. Let's actually switch it to point light. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's how blinding light. It's like it'd be better if it's all it was coming from something, but it's actually not. So just on, off. Literally, that's how you make this switch. Now, I'm going to do a video soon about actually going in depth with like triggering animations with it, actually creating an animation with the switch and sounds and triggering all that. This is basically all it is basic stuff. And I know I messed up with that whole iron inverter thing. I forgot to do that. But for now, this has been another Insanity Productions video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.